Hey everyone, welcome back to South Harmon. I'm your host, Eric Vanek. You can find me on X at Eric Vanek NFL. I am also the host of America's Game, which you can find on the South Harmon podcast feed. And today I'm going to be going over the top 10 tight ends that I have for redraft this year. So the tight end position is always up and down, always things changing, and new guys coming in, older guys falling out. But this year, I think it's going to be pretty similar to what we saw last year. So here are my top 10 guys that I have for the 2025 season. Leads off with the master rookie from last year, Brock Bowers. Absolutely phenomenal season last year for Brock Bowers in his rookie season. 112 catches, 1,194 yards, 5 touchdowns. I think the touchdowns go up. He could probably still hit the receptions and yards, honestly, with that offense. Going to have Jonnu Smith throwing him the ball. He's going to have a better quarterback this year, too. Better offensive coordinator, better offense in general. I think Brock Bowers is still my tight end one pretty easily this year, and I think he can put up similar type numbers to what he did. And then next, I have number 2, Trey McBride. He had 111 catches, 1,146 yards, only 2 touchdowns, very fluky. I think that goes up this year. Hopefully he gets like to the 8 range for Trey McBride. And if he keeps up those same numbers, man, he might be somebody that overtakes Brock Bowers for tight end one this year. So I really like Trey McBride. That's going to be somebody I want, really early along with Brock Bowers. I'll really like those two. Next up I have is George Kittle, who had a phenomenal season last year. 78 catches, 1,100 yards, and 8 touchdowns. And you kind of look at the targets that left there. Brandon Ayuk is going to be somebody who probably is slow to recover this year, tore multiple ligaments. You got Ricky Pearsall and Jawan Jennings who are going to be in there. I think over the middle of the field, man, it's going to be Kittle. Like Debo's gone. Debo did a lot of that over the middle stuff too, but now it's Kittle land. And I think Kittle can have another big monster season for us this year. If he can do something similar to last year's 78, 1,100, 8 touchdowns, maybe improve on those catches, get us up to like 85, 90, still similar yards, touchdowns. I think George Kittle is going to be somebody that you can really count on at the tight end position this year. Number 4, I have TJ Hockenson, and I think Hockenson is going to really bounce back this year. Second year off of that major knee injury. He played pretty decent last year, but he obviously wasn't like the TJ Hockenson that we know. I think he gets back into it, helps a young rookie quarterback and JJ McCarthy really get his feet wet here and just really contribute to the offense. I think TJ Hockenson is somebody who can really set us up here this season. I think TJ Hockenson, tight end 4. Tight end 5, I put Sam Leaporta here. I think he has a little bit of a bounce back this year after dealing with a lot of injuries. He had a bad ankle injury that bothered him pretty much the whole season he talked about. So I think Laporta's numbers are going to go up again as well. Maybe not his rookie season, but pretty similar, maybe 80 to 90% of what his rookie season was. And I think Sam Leaporta is going to be somebody that we can count on in fantasy again this year. So I'm not like dropping him way down my rankings. I'll still take him, but you're probably going to get him at a little bit of a discount to what he was the past 2 seasons. Next guy up I have is Mark Andrews. And I know there's all the talk of, oh man, Isaiah Likely's going to get more work and all that. Like, they kept Andrews around. He was a stud the last half of the season. Now, the beginning of the season was atrocious. Like, you couldn't even start him. But he had like touchdowns, I think 7, 8 straight games there to end the season. He was really producing. And I think Mark Andrews is going to do that again for us this year, especially with the way the season ended last year. I bet you he's hungry to prove himself again this year. So I really like Mark Andrews, especially if you get Lamar Jackson. I think you can get Andrews kind of at a discount to where you were in the past years. Like, you had to like take Lamar in round 3 or 4, and then you had to kind of pretty much take Andrews in the next round. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a discount for you this year to where you can get Mark Andrews. Next up, the Joker role, Evan Ingram for Denver Broncos. They targeted Evan Ingram to play that Joker role, and it's been a very successful role in the past for Sean Payton offense. Just look at what Jimmy Graham's done, Marcus Colston has done, Michael Thomas has done. I think Evan Ingram is a guy who can kind of do some of that similar stuff and be used as a receiver out wide, obviously in line, in the slot. I think Evan Ingram is set up here with Denver to have a really good season. And you look at Bo Nix, too, like his accuracy and everything. I think Bo Nix and Evan Ingram are going to have a tremendous season together. And if you end up with Bo Nix, I would love to have Evan Ingram as my tight end this year. Jonnu Smith is my tight end 8, and that's just because we look at what he did last year, man. He was phenomenal with Miami last year. Kind of came out of nowhere a little bit. He had 88 catches, 884 yards, and 8 touchdowns for a guy you probably got off of waivers, to be honest with you. So I really like Jonnu Smith this year again. I'm not expecting the same kind of numbers. I think Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill do a little better this year. But if Jonnu still gets you 70, 708 touchdowns, I think that's still very worthy top 8 tight end selection for you this year. So I'm going to go with Jonnu Smith, tight end 8. Tight end 9, I have Travis Kelce. He still had 97 catches last year, guys. 823 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think we all saw it with our own eyes. He is getting a little slower, but you know what? He's still going to put up 80 catches, 800 yards, and the touchdowns probably go back up to 6, 7, 8, somewhere in that range. I'm still in on Travis Kelce at a huge discount. You had to take this guy in round 2 or 3 most years. You're probably going to get him in like 7 or 8 this year, maybe even later. So Travis Kelce is a big bargain for you this year. Don't expect the 100 catch, 1,000-yard seasons from Kelce, but he can still get it done, man. He can get you 80 and 800. I think that's perfect. And then my number 10 guy I really like this year is David Njoku of the Cleveland Browns, especially if Joe Flacco is going to be the starting quarterback for this team, which I'm hoping and expecting Joe Flacco to be the guy. You saw the chemistry Njoku and Flacco had 2 years ago. Like, Njoku was smashing. So if he gets a full season of Njoku and Flacco together, man, David Njoku, he could be a tight end 5 for us this year in fantasy. I think he has that much upside for us with Joe Flacco throwing him the ball. So, yeah, sign me up for some David Njoku with tight end 10. And then you kind of look at some of these other tight ends. I mean, we haven't even mentioned the rookies. I have Loveland and Tyler Warren just outside of this spot. I think Dalton Kincaid is somebody who can come on, but the one that I'm really interested in is Jake Ferguson. So you're going to have Pickens and CeeDee Lamb pretty much doing a lot of the outside stuff. CeeDee Lamb can do some of the slot, but Pickens pretty much outside. Ferguson's going to have that middle of the field wide open to him. So I really like Jake Ferguson as a guy who bounces back this year, especially on a team that I think is going to have to throw quite a bit this year. So if you have to wait to take your tight end late, I think Jake Ferguson is my guy this year. Obviously dealt with a ton of injuries last year, which was really not good for him. He just did not have a good season at all for Jake Ferguson. I think this year he gets it right, gets it back together, and Jake Ferguson can be somebody that ends up being a top 10 tight end for us this year that could really smash. So appreciate everybody checking in on this one. Hopefully you liked all these videos. These rankings are definitely going to change throughout the offseason. We're probably going to do some more rankings videos here at some point during the offseason, but yeah, it's going to be fun, man. I'm looking forward to redraft season. Already doing Best Ball Mania drafts, FFPC drafts. We're going to have home league drafts starting here in a couple months, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys check out South Harmon here with us. And until next time, I will see you guys. Have a good one.